What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another, what is this? Love and Marriage Huntsville. And excuse the messiness or whatever because I'm in my room. And as you can see, I'm not where I normally film. As I told y'all earlier on my community post. Yeah. And I told y'all before that the video was probably gonna be late anyway. My sister is over here, so I'm not trying to be too loud. She's actually asleep right now. She been going through it. Actually, the family been going through it because some more stuff, like when I tell you some more stuff just popped off earlier today because it is still Sunday, right? And I thought I wasn't gonna get this out until tomorrow because she's going back home tomorrow. But she's in the bed asleep right now. But some more stuff popped off, so anyway, I don't even want to get into it, but let's just get into this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I'm not finna be on here long because it was just enough, but I'm gonna just hit on some stuff. When the episode came back on, first of all, can we talk about Love and Marriage DC? What is going on with that? I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for them. I really do at this point because you had a whole season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, well, a whole first half of Love and Marriage Huntsville come on, right? You had a whole season of Love and Marriage Detroit come on. Then you have the whole second half of Love and Marriage Huntsville coming back, and still no mention of when we gonna get any type of trailer or date or whatever when Love and Marriage DC come back. Baby, Real Housewives and did they whole season. Baby, Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine about to come back. Mind you, those are two different networks, but I'm just saying, everybody coming back besides Love and Marriage DC. And truth be told, I like Love and Marriage DC more than I like Love and Marriage Detroit. So that is a mess right there. But anyway, moving on from there, I feel bad for them a little bit because they feel like the redhead stepchild. But we get back up into this, and the first thing we see Tiffany. Tiffany had her baby, right? I just don't understand, how do you have a baby and you are still messy? Granted, we see it all the time, but I just felt like she was being very, you could say a little bit of contradictory. Because again, if I don't like a person, I don't care if I'm on the show with them. My brand or whatever is not associated with them in any way. And I'm going to make sure of that because I don't deal with them. So if people know that I don't deal with that person, they're not going to confuse my brand with that person. Granted, I get it that you guys are on the same show or whatever, but y'all clearly established, or you clearly established, that you don't like the girl, okay? You don't rock with her. You don't vibe with her. She's not your cup of tea. It is what it is. Moving on from it. Why do you keep bringing it up? Why do you keep looking into her? Granted, I know this is something that has been going on and it was displayed on the TV and all that stuff. It was news and all that. But Tiffany made it a point to bring up the Keke situation to Mel. Now, the last time you literally tried to bring up something about Keke to Mel or bring some mess to Mel in the first half, especially when y'all was at that spa stuff, Mel was trying not to get into it, okay? She literally shut it down, all right? She didn't pay you no mind because she know you messy. And I just don't understand how come Mel is still cool with Tiffany at this point. Because if you trying to be up in this era of where you're trying to be, all about just kumbaya and worried about self and all that stuff and not being in any drama, the main person that's bringing you drama right about now is Tiffany. And we just back on the first episode from the second half of the season, okay? Mel asked about the baby. She the first one to see the baby. Okay, cool. They do a little video, whatever, inviting, because they gonna do like a little baby reveal, a baby ace to all of the girls and everybody, and that's cute. That's fine. That's what we would want to see, Tiffany. We don't need you being all up. Granted, y'all could say that, Tiffany probably brings a little bit of the drama and makes it a little bit interesting. But at the same time, did we really need that? No. Because I just feel like she just being messy because she bored at this point. She tired of that baby sucking on her titty. And so she bored. She want to get outside and she want to get in some mess. And that's what she going to do. Because Melody asks, so what's going on with you? She said, girl, I'm good. Just working with the baby and all that stuff. Plus, it's been some other stuff that's been going on with us. And I said, oh, girl, what happened? I'm thinking she about to go into about herself and Lewis and talking about their relationship or whatever. No, she bring up Keke and this Crime Stopper stuff. I said, what that got to do with you? What does that got to do with? She asked what is going on with you. She didn't ask about how you felt about the Keke situation. She didn't bring that up. You brought that up just to be messy, okay? That's just what it is. And just to say that you don't want to be associated with her, talking about her brand and all this stuff, and you talking about your brand and this and that. And at the end of the day, Tiffany, your brand, which we truly don't know what it is, we truly don't know what it is. It's not going to be messed up by somebody else or you being in association with somebody else that you don't even like. Okay. If anything, you're going to mess up your own brand by being on this show and being the way that you have been since you've been on this show. You have been one of the messiest individuals out of the women on this show since you first came on here. You know what I'm saying? You have been starting mess. And that's what you should be worried about. You shouldn't be worried about Keke and what she got going on in her life because it is not affecting you. Just like Mel diverted over that and she basically said innocent until proven guilty. I respect Mel for that, and I respect Courtney for the way that they responded to that whole situation. Yes, Courtney brought it up. Not Courtney, but Stormy. Stormy brought it up to her husband or whatever, but she also said, I am not the one that's going to be judging somebody because of the things that they done that I don't know nothing about, because you do not know what a person is going through. And you don't know the reason why they did it. You don't know if they're truly innocent, if they're truly guilty. You don't know. And so therefore, I'm not about to shit on them while they down. And then Mel was even like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Innocent till proven guilty. What you want me to do? You want me to... It's almost as if Tiffany wants her to denounce Keke right then and there. I said, that's some fake stuff, because I wouldn't do that to my friend. I wouldn't do that to my friend, especially if I haven't spoken to them and got the download on what's going on. You know, and we've all questioned the friendship between Mel and Keke, but I feel like the way that Mel responded correctly, okay? She didn't play into it. She didn't give into Tiffany and her stuff. I said, girl, worry about your baby. And where's Lou? Where's Big Lou? Big Lou don't even want to be around your ass no more, okay? Because that man is forever working. And granted, you know, he want to be the head of the family, take care of the family, but he is forever working. And I just feel like he's doing whatever he got to do to stay away from you. And I seen on the preview where she was talking about she wants some help and all that stuff with the baby. He was like, what you want me to do? You want me to stop working? Now, I know this going to sound some type of way, but at the end of the day, Lou didn't want that baby. Y'all know that Lou wasn't the one that was pushing for that baby. Tiffany was pushing for that baby. And now you got the baby, and Lou basically saying, now you take care of it. I'm sorry, that's just how it's coming off. Moving on from there, Tisha and, what's her name? Tisha and Kimmy have a little conversation. Kimmy goes over there to Tisha's place, and that little tight-ass rental that they in. And, you know, just reiterating everything that was going on and saying how she feel about Tiffany, how she feel about Stormy because of the way that they came. Girl, at the end of the day, your husband was wrong. Your husband was wrong. You should have just shut up, and you should have just continued and just said, baby was wrong, and that's it. Okay? Because I don't see no way out of this. But she don't even want to, you know, kick it with them like that. She don't like Tiffany because Tiffany tried to make it seem like, you know, they didn't invite her to be in the panel. Oh, well, you're not even part of the combat group. You're not even part of the combat group. Okay, well, Stormy wasn't either, and Stormy was also there as well. So, you know, about this Black Expo. It was a poor execution, okay, at the end of the day. But, you know, people always say, I don't like or I don't mess with somebody no more, but they invite me somewhere, I'm going to go, especially if they got some liquor. That's Tisha at this point. You know, she said if they got some tequila, I go to the little sip and see baby reveal type of thing. Moving on, speaking of Courtney pulled up on Marcel. And I don't care how you may feel if it's not about this, but Courtney is a man's man at this point. And what I say about a man's man, he's going to protect his wife. He's going to also respect his wife, and he's going to protect his business. That's just what it is. Because you can be, and that's what people fail to realize, and that's what Marcel fails to realize. You could be the head of the household, you know, if you want to go by there. You could be the head of the household. You can be the one to be the protector of the household. You can play into those roles. You can be the one to be the provider of the household, take care of the financial stuff, and your wife don't have to work and all of this stuff. But at the same time, you don't have to belittle your wife. You don't have to make your wife feel less than. You don't have to make your wife feel like she dumb. You can respect your wife. You can give credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? You can uplift your wife. Your wife don't have to go around wondering if my husband loves me, because I'm pretty sure she does. You can't tell me that she don't, okay? Because you don't have to treat your wife like she's one of the kids that she bore, okay? You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that is exactly how Marcel treats his wife, okay? And so anytime somebody stands up to him, anytime he gets talked down to, especially by Tisha, he feels some type of way, all right? And it's just really telling, very much telling. So when Courtney popped up on him at his place of work, I said, mind you, at his place of work ain't doing shit. At his job, well, at Black and ain't doing nothing, okay? I said, every time we see Black, it's barely full up in there, or ain't nobody up in there at that time. Not saying that it ain't doing nothing, but I just said, do they clear it out so that they can film or whatever? So he wasn't expecting him to come. Now, see, here's the thing. Marcel will always, and I know somebody probably going to say, well, this wasn't really necessary. Courtney didn't have to do this. They taking it out of proportion or they blowing it up. Yeah, in a sense, you know, you can kind of look at it that way. But at the same time, this needed to be done. Whether it was about $100 in the whole, you know, way that Stormy told her man that, you know, Marcel was talking to her, whatever, at the Black Expo, whatever. This needed to be done because it is about time that a man came at Marcel and tried to put him in his place. And I'm all here for it. Courtney showed up. Marcel technically, allegedly wasn't expecting it. And basically said, you coming at my wife about $100. I just didn't respect the way that you said that, the way that you did that. And here go Marcel. Oh, I'm pretty sure he coming up in here because Stormy probably told him something that was misdirected and all this stuff. And then, you know, told him something that ain't right. No, it was right. You was saying, you shouldn't have came up to her, talking to her and saying that, you know, she should pay that $100 right then and there. Because at the end of the day, Marcel, no matter how you want to look at it, no matter how you want to clean it up, you were in the wrong 100%. Did Stormy probably do a little bit much? Yeah. But you put her on the spot in a sense. And then this is a person that has her own business that is successful, way more successful than yours at this point, because she's living off of it. You know what I'm saying? And she's getting her stuff out of there. You're still trying to get to where they're at. You okay, I guess, but you're not all the way there, okay? And at this point, the way that you conduct business for somebody that's supposed to be in business and know about business and all this stuff and finance and building homes and all of that, you're doing it all the way wrong. You want to put up together a Black Expo. And then what we later find out is, and I would really be pissed off at this as well, because Kimmy said, when she was talking to Maurice, Kimmy said, because Maurice was like, I mean, we got charged $100 too. But Kimmy said, all of the vendors didn't get charged $100. And the only reason why the ones that did get charged $100 is because more showed up than was expected. And so then I guess they had to cover some costs. And that's when they want to get other vendors that were showing up as well to pay the $100. So not everybody paid. And so that in itself, you better be glad that the vendors that had to pay the $100 and they found out that they had to pay $100, they didn't come at your ass too. Because I would have came and said, now, how come this vendor didn't have to pay $100, but yet I had to pay $100? You know what I'm saying? Granted, $100 ain't nothing for these businesses. But at the same time, it is the principle. This is how you do business. If this is how you do business and this is the precedent that you are trying to set, I am not trying to be here for that, okay? Don't nobody want to support that. This is bad business all around, okay? And this is for something that you supposed to be trying to do for the community, but yet you're charging, which is not a problem, but you're not making things clear. Then gonna tell Courtney, it was on the website. It was on the website. It was on the website. What website? But at the end of the day, you literally had that girl in the room with all of them, and you never mentioned a price. You saw her putting her stuff up, and you never mentioned a price. You waited until these people got there, and then you want to mention $100. What if it was a small business who didn't even really get off the ground yet, and they couldn't afford $100? They just had enough because they spent all their stuff trying to get this together. And then they get here, and then you come up to them and like, well, you owe $100 for this space. That's not right. And, you know, Courtney was like, you just need to stay out of women's business. And what I feel Courtney was saying was about just coming and approaching women the way that he does. And I feel like it wasn't just about that one particular incident with the Black Expo, but as a whole, in general, you need to stop coming at women the way that you come and stop talking to them the way that you try to talk to your wife, because that ain't it and it's not going to fly. And he gonna say, more so gonna say, for somebody that is in hair care, selling hair care products to women, gonna tell me I need to stay out of women's business. Correct. Marcel, let me tell you something. That came off very misogynistic. That came off very sexist. And you really tried to come at him and you really thought that you was doing something and you really wasn't. That made you look even more stupid. Because at the end of the day, he is at a business. Do you know how many men are the heads of hair care products for men and women? Do you know how many men are in that field and they make millions of dollars? Do you understand that? That's their business. Okay? Do you know how many things out here have started by men for women? Case in point, and I'm going to shout this out. Y'all need to watch it. Time of the Essence or Time of Essence. That's a 5-part documentary series that's on. You can probably find it on the the HBO Max app, because it's all 5 episodes on there. If you want to if you don't got that, you can go look at it on the own app or whatever. But basically telling from beginning to end how the Essence magazine came about. And y'all know Essence magazine was for women. It's for women. But it was 4 Black men that came together to do this for women. So you going to come at them for doing something that made them millions of dollars and help change the world for Black people and Black women in general? For real, for real? Like, come on, Marcel. This is stupid. And then you coming at somebody who is in this business. Yes, they're doing hair care products for women or whatever, and for other people that want to use it. But at the same time, their business is together enough that hair care products and that business has made them multimillionaires. And they have a estate that they own, not a couple of little properties or whatever. They have an estate. An estate to me means that they have acres of land, okay? They have a big ass man. They're living well. They're not moving from home to home to home, and it's taking forever for the so-called home that they're supposed to be building to get built. They don't have to move their family to a freaking small ass apartment just so you can add on or you can fix another home that you gotta stay in because the one that you wanted to build ain't coming to fruition. Okay? Courtney said, here, because it ain't about $100. He said, here go $100 for the water. All right. And he gave a tip to the lady. And he said, don't give it to Marcel. This is all yours. He was like, Marcel ain't got nothing on me. I could pull out stacks on Marcel anytime I want to. Truth be told, I really feel like Courtney is telling the truth. Okay. Courtney is really telling the truth about that. And I don't know, that kind of did something to me. I was like, now, Courtney, I ain't look at you like that. And I really don't look at you like that. But, you know, when a motherfucker stand up to a bully, I just be like, yeah. You got that. You got that. You know what? I like Stormy and Courtney together. I don't care. You know, Stormy can be irritating a little bit, but I still like her more than I like most of the women on the show. And, most of the men, well, Courtney is the best husband on the show. Courtney does what he gotta do, and he stay out of everybody else's way. Okay, he ain't trying to overstep. He know what his role is and all that stuff. Maybe because they knew, but still, he still got a better impression on me than them other ones. Okay. Speaking of, we get to this whole situation where Maurice. Oh my God. Maurice and Kimmy was out here doing some, you know, little biking and stuff. I want to try the little electric bike. I'm so scared to do something like that. Like, back in the day, I used to ride bikes all the time, okay? But, you know, like, life just got the best of me, and I just ain't had time to do all of that. But I want to try the little electric bikes and stuff like that. And they was having a good time. See, I love it when couples get together and they be having good times together and all that stuff. That's cute. That's fine. But the part that got me was after they started talking about the Black Expo, and we found out all that information about how, you know, because Maurice had some type of feelings too. We had to pay it. Everybody else, other people didn't. Yeah, I would have felt some type of ways about that too. But it came down to the whole situation again about the sex. And we saw the interview that he put out with Carlos, and he was talking about that and the way people came down on him. And I don't know if this was recorded previously, but you come back and you try to clear it up by doing the interview on Fox Soul or whatever, and you didn't necessarily clear it up. And then once you see the continuation of the season, which I'm pretty sure was filmed before that, you pretty much are doing what we said and the reason why people was pissed off at you. It's the fact that you are so sexual focused and you concerning yourself. You are so selfish at this point. Your wife has literally just got through going through such a traumatic situation and such trauma to her body, putting chemicals in her body that could scar her and mess her up for life just so that she can be here longer on this earth. And you are so concerned about the fact that you're not getting sex to the point where she still feels that she wants to do her wifely duties, as y'all say, and give you and make you have that pleasure, even if she can't enjoy it herself because her libido ain't there because of the medication that she was on that took it away. She's up here finna go get some more Kegel balls or whatever because, or I should say yoni balls, because, you know, she got to do her Kegels because, you know, the stuff wasn't tight enough because the shit just fell out in the toilet. I said, in the toilet? Y'all want to know what that reminds me of? And I don't know why this bit on my man so much because I've been mentioning it lately. When, and y'all, I'm pretty sure somebody going to be like, girl, I already know. She lost it in a chicken bucket, right? I'm so sorry because that should not be funny because it's talking about a miscarriage. But it's just the way Anthony Anderson said that on Kingdom Come. She lost it in a chicken bucket, right? That's what it sounded like when she said, yeah, it fell out in the toilet. I said, oh my God, why would you say that for a person like me? But anyway, so she's gonna go get another one, and he basically keep on talking about something. I think it's a mental thing. I think it's a mental thing. I'm like, how are you gonna tell her what's going on with her body? And she's trying to tell you it's chemical. It's because of the medication that she was on, and it might take up to a year. Well, so you mean to tell me I gotta go without sex for a year? I said, oh my God. Like, the way that we actually thought at the very beginning that Maurice was the one husband on this show that actually was a good guy. And then probably by the second season, we realized that he kind of wasn't. And then by the, what is this, the fifth season, we truly see and solidify that he isn't. And now in the sixth season, he just totally disgusts us. At least for me, okay? I'm just like, child, just selfish. Okay, she was like, I mean, I would like to have some pleasure too. Like, that lady literally probably was laying there. Do y'all understand sometimes that women, was she not getting moist? Because, like, do you realize that, you know, for the ones that don't, you know, haven't, we got to get moist, okay? We got to get a little wet. We got to have some little stuff. And if we can't automatically produce that so that it can slide in, you know, I know about sex education. I may not have a thing up in me, but baby, I know about some things. You know what I'm saying? That shit got to be a little, it can't be dry down now, okay? You know, and faking it and trying to turn yourself, girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Going out buying some lubricant just so I can be lubed up down there so that you can slide in and get your little nut off and I can go to sleep. I feel for y'all that's married and y'all got a selfish partner that just don't understand, okay? But or anybody in a relationship in general who got a selfish partner that just don't understand. I feel for y'all because Ashley wouldn't do it. Get the fuck out, okay? Get out. Meanwhile, Martell speaking to get out. Oh, baby, these segues are doing it for me tonight. Okay, I thought she was getting up. These segues are doing it for me tonight. Listen, Martell, I'm gonna need you to get your ass up because this is why people at times do not like doing things for friends. Because sometimes friends like to take advantage. Friends and family like to take advantage some of the time. And this is an example. Because at this point, you have Martell still up in the house that Chris Fletcher is selling. Okay, the owner has brought it. It was on the market for 8 months. He has already told this man that he needed to be out. Now he's sitting here like, I mean, if you want to sell a house, I mean, that's fine. But, you know, like, you can have the owner tell them to give me like 90 days to get me and my family out of here, whatever. And I'm like, no. He told him 2 weeks because if he's telling him 2 weeks, that means that he has already told him that you need to be out by this time. That time has come and passed. And he was like, you need to be out there by this time. That time is coming past. And now he's putting his foot down and saying, the house is sold. You need to get the hell up out of here. You know, and he talked about something. Well, I thought that, you know, if you're going to sell a house and you sell a house, you can stay up in here until the house gets sold. No, baby, they got to clean that thing up. They got to do repairs and all of that stuff before they can sell that thing. Okay, like, get your ass out. Get out. And then gonna say at the end, you know, I already found a place. Okay, well, if you found a place, go get into that place. And then gonna say something, well, I asked you, you know, you was supposed to help me and I asked you. So if you can find nothing, he was like, because Chris said it wasn't nothing out there. He didn't have anything. It was like, well, if you didn't have nothing, how you think I was supposed to find something? It's called, if you, one realtor don't have it, one realtor company don't have it, you can also go to another realtor. Like, come on, you're not that dumb. You are not that dumb, but you're really acting that way. And I just don't understand how Melody put up with this stuff. Do he got CTE? Was he playing football long enough to even have that? Because I got questions, you know, and he's taking pure advantage. And then Chris could be also putting his feelings in there about the fact that he got subpoenaed by him. And then, you know, Martell acting like he don't understand how he would be in his feelings about that. Because, baby, you're making it seem as if we're finna pick sides. And I'm not trying to pick sides. They want to be as neutral as possible. But at this point, from what I saw on that preview, when Nell was coming at Melody talking about something, well, he said that you was cheating. Now, Mel, is it true? The way that she was coming so hard, I'm sitting here like, girl, if you don't calm your ass down. Let me tell you something. If Mel was cheating and it was 100% found out, it is season 6. They've been going through this whole separation, divorce debacle since probably end of season 2, season 3 for sure. That's like over 4 years or 4 years now, okay? 3 to 4 years now, right? If they found his baby mama, they would have been found the man or men, whoever he claimed that she was cheating on him with. And they would have been put all of that out there. Same thing with Marceau. They would have found all that information. Like, unless somebody got some ironclad NDAs, I don't know how they doing it. I really don't know how Marceau is hiding it. But they hiding it, you know. And if Mel, for sure, the way that people don't like that lady sometimes, they would have found her shit too. Okay, like, come on. I'm just sitting here like, why would you even say some stupid stuff like that? That man is just doing this, trying to get back at him or her to make him seem like, well, you know, if I did this, she did it too. Boy, shut up, okay? Like, meanwhile, you got all that going on. You got that going on, right? And I don't even know if I'm skipping something, but if I am, who cares? At the end, Keke came over to Melody's house. Now, the way Keke was talking, and she just kept on talking, she kept on bringing up multiple subjects, and, you know, Mel had gave her a gift or whatever, like this t-shirt, you know, I'm a mess, but I'm gonna do my best and all that stuff, or whatever it was. You know, she was like, yeah, I applaud you for trying to do what you're doing or whatever, but I know that, you know, some things is going on because the people been telling me or whatever, you know, about the Crime Stopping and all this stuff. Now, I'm gonna say this. Keke, 9 out of 10. I don't know for sure, but the way that she was rambling on and she was talking and all that stuff, it was giving me that she was on some stuff, right? I don't know that for sure. And my interest and my ears peaked up when she said that she had just got out the hospital and she was in there for a week, and then she was in there earlier, and she was talking about severe back pains or whatever. And instantly, when you've already put out there and your family has put out there and you had to confirm that, you know, you had a drug problem with opioids, okay, with pills and stuff. I hate trying to say that word so much because it makes me sound so dumb when I try to say it. But y'all get it with prescription pills and all of that. That is what, and I don't want to say that is what's going on, because I absolutely positively have no idea what is going on with Keke, but that is something that an addict who was addicted to those type of drugs do. They do something or whatever to try to get some medication from the hospital by putting themselves in the hospital, claiming this pain or that pain. I remember looking at an episode of My 600-Pound Life, and it was one guy on there who kept on saying that he was in pain, and he would go to just so he can go to different hospitals. So once he got banned from one hospital, he'll go to another hospital just so he can get pills. He was addicted to pills. You know what I'm saying? I said, first of all, that is dangerous. You are big as hell and you want to be a drug addict at the same time. How does that go? No shade, because I'm looking at myself too. I'm like, girl, we ain't finna do that, okay? One or the other. No shade, you know. But and then all of that talking or whatever, and I know it could be editing, but at the same time, I was looking like, girl, what's going on? You know, and given that, that's not a reason why you throw something in somebody's face. You know, I'm still not here for, you can call her a crackhead, you can call her a drug addict, whatever, but I'll just, you know, because that's what she's giving off, but we really don't know, so I'm not finna sit here and judge this lady. But at the same time, given that, even though y'all got some issues going on in the family, I would not be in front of people and getting on camera and then calling my family a crackhead or whatever and all that stuff. Marceau is disrespectful, and Marceau needs his ass whooped. But at the same time, baby, that's the vibe and energy that you are giving off, Keke. I'm just going to be real. And Keke, I'm thinking at this point, this was not the move for you, because you up here talking about something. You want to do this children book, you want to do this, and I still got opportunities and all this stuff going. Baby, you was on Crime Stoppers. You better hope you still got that opportunity, okay? And then the fact that you are on this show and you're doing all this stuff out there in Huntsville, and I'm pretty sure more people out there in Huntsville probably watch it than anywhere else. So, of course, that can affect you. And maybe you shouldn't be on this show when you got issues like this going on where they can blow it up, okay? I don't think that's gonna fare well for Keke in the future, but you know, that was the first episode back. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Hopefully y'all be on time next week. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, I just really wasn't in the mood to watch it. It was a depressing weekend, so it's another story for another day. But y'all tell me how y'all felt, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.